Happy Monday, everybody. Welcome back to the LTQ Wrestling Podcast. And you guys see the thumbnail. The New Day is going to be the first thing I get into from tonight's Raw. Not the greatest show ever, but just a build towards the premium live event this Saturday. Saturday night's main event, New Day. They have so much heel heat right now. The booing, the "We Want E" chants, the "New Day sucks" chants. It was awesome hearing that crowd. I mean, they had Dom Mysterio heat. It was awesome. And Kofi and Woods kept trying to talk. The crowd just would not let them get a word in. They eventually just throw in the towel, say, you know what, we're done with this. Throw the mic on the ground and leave the ring. And that was it. And man, listen, the New Day needed this. They become stale the last few years. Not really a lot for them to do. They've done so much in their career, especially as baby faces, that it was at a point now where you either break the group up or I don't know what else you could have done. So to see them break up is exactly what they needed. It's got Big E over as a face if he comes back, even though he already would have been over. But man, now he's got something to come back for if he does. And Kofi and Woods get a change of character, change of direction with this heel turn. Spectacular turn by WWE with them. I think it's been really well done. And I know it's only been 2 weeks, but the crowd booing them like this, you can already tell it's doing exactly what WWE hoped for. We had Gunther, Damian Priest, and Finn Balor in the opening segment. Finn ends up taking them both out, and that sets up a triple threat for this Saturday Night Live's main event. I always botch that premium live event name. I apologize if I do it a few times. But triple threat. Gunther's going to win, but it makes sense to add Priest to it. So I'm not really having much complaints there. CM Punk does an interview talking about, how he trained Seth Rollins and got his foot in the door and all this stuff. It wasn't really too long of an interview, just him talking about that. And then later on, Seth Rollins comes out. He talks about, yeah, CM Punk helped me get my foot in the door. He helped me get into WWE. I wouldn't be where I am today without CM Punk. And I used to look up to CM Punk. I used to be his friend before he left 10 years ago. And he says Punk left out a part of this story. I texted Punk. I called Punk after he left because I considered him a friend. And what did I get? I got ghosted. Punk never returned any of my calls, any of my texts, because anybody who didn't have the same mindset of leaving their dream job and all that is evil in Punk's mind. And Rollins just says he hates CM Punk. And Sami Zayn comes out, talks with Rollins for a few about how he got carried away last week. And, you know, Seth Rollins is starting to remind him of Drew McIntyre, but he isn't, as bad as Drew McIntyre. And Rollins said, I'm not like Drew McIntyre. And that pretty much summed up that segment. It wasn't really like nothing wild until the end where Sami Zayn announces, Drew McIntyre, you attacked me last week. I'm going to make sure I take care of you quickly. And he says that Saturday Night Live's main event, it's going to be me and you. So that match gets confirmed. Rollins leaves, and then Drew attacks Sammy again, and that's the match we're getting. So, hey, I'm happy with it. Another 5-match Triple H Premium Live event that everybody loves. You had Lyra Valkyria advance in the Women's Intercontinental Title Tournament, which was cool to see. You had the Wyatt Six take a loss, which was actually shocking to me, but I'm okay with them taking losses. They're not a main event act. I saw some comments saying like, "Oh, why would they lose this match?" I mean, listen, you got to take losses. They're not like a main event stable or anything like that. They're just really a group dedicated to Bray that's going to be on the show, and it's a bunch of wrestlers in a group in masks. And not hating on the group, it's not really my cup of tea. I love the tribute to Bray, but I don't really expect this group to really be that impactful on the show really at all most of the time. They're just kind of infused to be infused, and that's okay. Not everybody's going to be as impactful in a role as some others. The main event, we also had Liv against Dakota Kai. Liv gets the win thanks to Sonya Deville's group getting in or getting involved, I should say. They cost Dakota Kai the match, or tried to. They distract her, and then Liv hits her finisher, 1, 2, 3. And then the main event. And didn't get a lot of time. Raquel Rodriguez, Rhea Ripley in an anything goes match went only about 7 to 10 minutes. And this is what annoys me with WWE sometimes. They just don't give the main events a lot of time. And you got commercial breaks involved in that. It's just sometimes just like why even, some of this other stuff on the show could have been cut shorter to give this main event a little bit more time. But they did the best they could with the time they got. They used a lot of weapons, used a table, and then Liv gets involved, and then Io Sky comes out, and Raquel goes for her finisher, that choke slam she does. Rhea counters it, hits a riptide through the table. And that's your winner, 1, 2, 3. So it wasn't like a very exciting Raw. It set up some things for the premium live event this Saturday, but other than that, few impactful things. Not really a great main event, but some good segments throughout. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Like and subscribe. Comment your thoughts on this week's Raw down below. Peace.